All right, we're here for the repair test for Rivera. This is gonna be the front side. We're gonna do the front and then we're gonna do the rear afterwards. We got the new shingle here. So we're gonna have Sean, he's gonna start to try to take the old shingle out as gently as possible. And then we're gonna use the roof snake to put it all back in as requested. So I'll let Sean get started. Try to get up in here so you can see. As gentle as possible. Jesus. You can see how frayed the ends of the shingles are. Shit, this granulosa is so bad. It's losing all water shedding capabilities. Might slide out. Should be it. Here, hand me the nails. Put that in your way. I think there might be one more.
And over there, yeah.
There you go. Right in that corner. Perfect. All right. So we got the old shingle out, and we were as gentle as we could be. You can actually see, I mean, even just from there, just from lifting it up slightly, it's starting to tear on this right side. You can see the crease here. Same thing right there. It's kind of just down the whole line on these shingles above it. Same thing, pretty prominent right here on this left side. Trying to lift this up. Not only that, but now we have the shingle up, you can even see the extra layer of shingles underneath, which there's a total of 3 layers. Second row up, you have some creasing on the corner. I think that's actually torn. Yeah, that actually is starting to tear. Yeah, I mean, you can, like I said, you can tell. I mean, you can see all the fiber on the entire end here. All right, we got the new shingle. He's gonna try to put it back in. grab. Get it lined up. Beautiful. Bring that corner, right side corner up a little bit. There you go. Perfect, perfect.
You got nails for me?
I do. Yeah, like I said, he's gonna be using the roof snake here. We're using this to kind of mitigate the amount of lifting that we need to do to nail this. I mean, you can see just even the slight lift, it's tearing that left side. And this is just the height of the nail. Just from the height of the nail, it's starting to tear that left side. Let's just back up for you. There you go. Yep, and then you're gonna use the bottom to drive it in. Beautiful. I mean, that's pretty bad. Again, he's only going as high as the height of the nail. I mean, he's being as gentle as gentle can be. Just from him hitting, you can see all the granules just falling down. Do the next row.
Like no granules left on this thing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rough. And you can see, like you're coming the height of the nail. Hold that for a second. He's coming the height of the nail, and just by lifting it up, the height of the nail, it is starting to tear this right side into the left. I think that middle piece has the most granules on this entire roof. So we got, so you can see, got a little bit of granules here from the hammering. So let that off. The new shingle. All right, so you see what you got. I'm gonna go sideways to mess it up. You got tearing on the left side of this one, and it's starting to happen on the right side as well. I'm almost scared to even try to touch the end of it. You got this side here also. You can see the tearing on the right side as well. Right here is pretty significant. You know, like I said, I think the one that took the least damage is that middle piece, and that's because it has the most granules out of this entire area. So it has like some resistance. Yeah, I mean, even you start to tap, you might find that even, yeah, this one's creased as well. Same thing here, starting to tear on that right side pretty badly. You know, like I said, it's, the ends of this are just completely frayed. You know, and our best efforts using the roof snake, trying to be as gentle as possible, doing everything we can to make sure that we're, you know, as gentle as we can be. I'm only keep like almost falling here from how bad the granulose is. Yeah, I mean, anytime you do a repair, you're just causing more. I mean, it even goes to show here, same thing. This wasn't even us that did this repair not long ago, and same thing, same exact situation. And you can kind of see the domino effect that starts to happen. It just causes more and more and more in compounds. So with that chunk, we're going to call this a fail, and we will move on to the rear. We're here for the rear Rivera repair. We just finished up the front, so we're gonna do the same thing with the rear. We got the roof snake to put the nails back. You know, he's gonna be as gentle as he can, trying to get the old one out. The rear's not nearly as bad as the front, but it's still, you know, we still have a lot of granulose here. You know, it's starting to fray the same here as it did on the front. But this is the damaged shingle right there. So he's gonna take this one out and then try to pull it out and put the new one in that we have right there. That's good. Phone keeps like going out of focus. Just save the mouse. Whatever we take out, we'll put back. Freaking layers of nails. Come around you. Let me fall. That one's in there. Pretty long nails because of how many layers they had to nail over. Mm-hmm. should be one more on that corner.
Over here?
Yeah, usually there is. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, it is.
Right.
Well, there's always one more. Maybe two more, actually. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. Slide out. Okay, so he's got the old shingle out. And you can see. It's classic. All right, so you can see the creasing. It kind of just starting to form as I tap, and all these granules are coming down. The back's actually a little bit more brittle because it's the shady side. I mean, this is almost looks like it's like ready to snap off on that corner since it's so hardened from sitting in the shade. Again, same thing. You can see the several different layers. I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's 3 layers, not only in the front but on the rear as well. Yes, I mean we already have damage here. He's going to try to use the roof snake to try to mitigate any further damage. You see this right side is starting to tear here. It's always pretty prominent on these ends, you know. And start to tear on those ends, and then it's not quite as bad here on this piece, but it's really bad on these ends here, and then this one. So, got the new shingle. So there we go.
All those on the beat.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. That's like 4 hours each one. Let's see what else. Put this up here so it don't fall. Alright. And again, I was having to lift it as high as these nails because of how many layers. You have to use these extra long nails, which then when you're pulling them out, that's alone is lifting these shingles just that height, which is almost double the normal amount because you would get through those 2 other layers to actually nail into the wood. Same thing. Hold on for a second. You'll be able to see how high up it actually has to come just to nail it. You can see it creasing. That right side, pretty bad. There we go. Probably just call it the end of the shingle.
Yeah.
Same thing, it's just, they're so brittle on this back side.
Same spot.
It's almost worse trying to work when they're brittle like this on the shady side, because they just start to snap off. As you hit, you can see all the granules just falling down once it's disturbed. Yeah, it started tearing this thing up pretty bad too. Just curious how long those nails are. All right, and as you can see, kind of, you know, it's the same thing. We've got a lot of creasing. It's pretty bad right here. You got this side here. It's starting to crease as well in the center. Right here also. You can see right along the top. Like I said, these are on the shady side. You can see the sun is coming down toward the front of the house. So they're almost a little bit more pliable on the front, but any slight lifting on these, they just start to crack because they're so cold. There's like nothing left. I think just starting to see some tearing here on that right side when we were trying to get that nail in on the end. Similar issue here. You see the tear on the left side. If I'm gonna come in focus, yeah, you can see the tear. So the same thing's gonna happen. You got all this damage here. You got these corners here on the ends from when you're trying to nail in that last nail. Same thing as the front. You know, anytime we're gonna try to make this repair, we do it as gentle as we can. We've used a roof snake, and even then, it's still causing more damage, creating that domino effect. So, same issue as the front. I'm gonna call this one a